Hi, I'm Rigger. This is Your Right, and today I would like to battle. Before that though, be sure to like the video if you like it, share anything else would like it, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe if you want to see more. Now, if you haven't seen the first video, I'm working my way through RWBY characters and giving them Pokemon teams based on a wide range of factors, from personality to design and story, etc. Team RWBY were first up, of course, which of course means next must be Juniper. For clarification, I'm doing original Juniper with Pirro. Oscar will have an entry and be in a video, but his will be later down the road. But also, if you didn't see the first video, there are some rules to this because it'd be way too easy if I could just pick from anything I want. So before we start, first off, no repeating starters. There aren't enough to give every single character a starter, but I'm giving them to as many people as I can and where they're most fitting, so yeah, I can't use them twice. Next up is restrictive legendaries. In some special cases you can have 2, but I'm limiting it to 1 as much as possible, though sometimes you get a legendary and a mythical, it just depends how things go. Or perhaps a legendary and an ultra beast, but yeah, 2 is the max. But also I can't repeat legendaries, so once I've used them, they're used. I had comments saying that perhaps I shouldn't use legendaries for this at all, and sure, it would be interesting to do these teams without legendaries, but the fact I am using them actually makes it harder, because now that I've started using them, I need to try and figure out why each person should have a legendary if I can. So it's an extra challenge, because as the list dwindles, I have to try and work out where the remaining legendaries should go. Also, I saw that everyone was so mad that Weiss got to have God, but it's staying. She's an OP MC, and because Silvally actually went elsewhere, but you won't see that one for a while. And rule 3, no repeating of regular Pokemon except in special circumstances like links between characters. So I'm trying to give everyone as unique a team as I can. This again adds to the challenge, as sometimes a very obvious Pokemon for someone won't go to them because it's already been used elsewhere because that character took priority or simply came first. So sometimes you'd be like, this Pokemon definitely goes to this character, it's already been used, I've got to find something else. And occasionally I'll just try and mix it up for some type diversity or just to have some more fun. But now on to the teams. Team Juniper has stood beside our heroes their entire journey. They are friends to the end, sometimes quite literally. First up to receive a Pokemon team is the courageous, valiant, and sometimes bumbling leader, Jean Arc. First up, we'll address his image, a white knight with a sword and shield. It's pretty simple, but it's also just way too fitting. There couldn't be a more suitable Pokemon for this young man. A lifelong warrior who came from a hard beginning. But I think we can all hope that unlike this Pokemon, Jean won't quit once his sword is broken. Jean has a Surfetched. However, next, going deeper, we will look into those weapons. It's one that was called out by the comments pretty accurately. His weapons are ancient, carried by his ancestors through wars. Let's hope their spirits remain by his side to help him and carry on his family legacy. You can make fun of his hair all you want, but you can't say that this doesn't look sharp. Jean comes out swinging with an Aegislash. However, we've come this far and Jean needs a starter. He is a white knight, a tank, and has deep reserves of aura to defend with. He will gladly put his life on the line to protect his friends. The Pokédex claims that this Pokemon at full strength could withstand a bomb. It defends its allies with its body, and it has the white armor to match. Jean's trusty companion from the start and a very solid teammate, Jean adds some bulk with a Chestnut. So, by now, Jean has enough knight references on his team. I could add Escavalier, but that doesn't say much about the character. Since we're here to have fun, and Jean is a funny character, we might as well bring back a joke. It's something he's been carrying around with him since the start, but it adds personality. Not to mention, if we're being honest, people can be pretty toxic about Jean anyway. So, we might as well add some type coverage and give Vomit Boy the Vomit Pokemon. Jean may not always be happy about it, but it will fight valiantly by his side nonetheless. If you thought it was bad when he throws up, you won't want to be anywhere near this Pokemon. Jean bolsters his ranks with a Swallow. Now, Jean has a lot more to his arsenal than just his weapons. He can literally save lives. It's a nice note that multiple members of his team can use Life Dew to heal others, including this Pokemon. But also, like Jean, this is a huge HP wall. Plus, he is a comedic character, so there's no reason he shouldn't have the Pokemon that literally exists to bring joy to others. We all know the classic nose Pokemon, but there's no reason that we shouldn't treat it like Jean and level it all the way up with high friendship. Jean will continue to tank hits with a Blissey. But lastly, Jean needs a legendary to bulk out this team, to represent his powerful defensive capabilities, his image, his looks. I think it's fair to say that Jean has more than just a strong defense. He literally protects his team by increasing their defenses. He stands up to enemies he should back down from. So it therefore stands to reason that his defense should not just be ordinary, it should be legendary. Plus, it'll matter later. with Jean's family emblem emblazoned across it, bolstered by gold from Pirro. It even folds away and is the correct shape. Jean adds the ultimate shield to his team, with an unbreakable Zamazenta. The next team member is the lovable, energetic, and mighty hammer-wielding beautiful Booper herself, Nora Valkyrie. First up though, let's do some character building because we are all aware of Nora's sweet tooth. If only there was a pancake Pokemon for me to give her, but there isn't. In spite of that, we can satisfy her cravings. It may not be a pancake, but I don't think she'll turn down regular cake either, not to mention it represents her sweet personality very well. Nora starts out with a sugar high and an Al Creamy. And second, I didn't want to do this, but it is unavoidable. It's part of her emblem, it's her color. She even started out completely head over heels in love. It may lack practical purpose and power, but it pairs perfectly with her personality. Nora's second teammate is a love disc. But now let's make up for some of that dwindling power by looking to her weapon. She wields a mighty hammer, swinging steel with enormous force. She definitely does not go down easy, so why not stack the deck in her favor? It's only fair that she receives some mighty metal mayhem. Her enemies will fall to the devastating, hammering blows of her crushing Melmetal. However, as is so often the case in RWBY, that hammer is far more than it appears. It is also a powerful grenade launcher. I can't quite give her a Pokemon grenade launcher, but I can get pretty close, because Nora also needs a starter. Therefore it stands to reason that she comes out blasting from her mighty cannons. Nora comes strapped with a Blastoise. Next up is a bit of an odd pick though. I wanted something more metaphorical. Nora is full of energy, sure, and she has comically fallen asleep once or twice. She has that personality where she just switches off in an instant and back on again. But more than that, she has a burning fire, and after her personal struggles in her relationship, and after taking heavy injuries, she took time to calm down, rethink, and recover. In the later half of our story, she's become more self-contemplative, and a definite change to her character has occurred. Just like this Pokemon, after taking hits and facing adversity, she's become something different, something harder. She has strengthened her core values. And it doesn't hurt that it's also a fiery redhead. Nora rolls into battle with a lucky Darmanitan. But lastly, this is Nora we're talking about. She needs more power. To do that, we need only to look to her inspiration. She was struck by lightning to awaken her semblance, and she is the embodiment of the god of thunder himself. Therefore, there is nothing more fitting, and nothing else it could be, for Nora to power up her team with a mighty Thunderous. You'd almost think it couldn't get any more perfect, but then you remember that it also has Volt Absorb. Now, we move on to the third member of the team, the lost member, the fallen comrade, the brave warrior and guardian of the team, the fierce, powerful, and not forgotten glorious fighter, Pirro. First up, for Pirro we keep things nice and simple. The colour scheme fits, armoured, member of a team, powerful fighter, but most of all the inspiration and region are just perfect for her. In fact, it's so perfect no one else could have this Pokemon. It's almost like it was made just for her. Not to mention, as we saw with her final stand, Pirro refuses to retreat in the face of adversity. Pirro comes prepared when she rolls in with a squad of Phalanx. But next up, we have to face facts. Pirro is gone, but she's connected with us. She's connected with Jean. We all felt it when she embraced him. Just like this Pokemon, she will die for those she cares about. Her emotional bonds are stronger than any. And let's be real, she was kinda set up to be the lovable waifu of the series, and Jean's bride. Gone but not forgotten indeed, we will feel her emotions across space and time with her powerful Gardevoir. But now Pirro needs a starter, and there is only one choice, a perfect choice. With its fiery red hair, fighting in unique and spectacular martial arts using its whole body, clad in radiant gold armor, Pirro's legacy burns bright with her starter, an Infernape. Next, though, we need to address her passing. She is unfortunately no longer with us, though we can see her influence from time to time. In a leaf. Lost spirits who passed on but stayed with us, protecting what's important to them. It may be a depressing pick, but it is a fitting pick. Though originally created by the lost soul of a child no longer with us, there's no reason it shouldn't also be powered up as much as possible to pay homage to Pirro's great strength, not to mention her ferocity to protect what is dear to her. Pirro wields a menacing but sad reminder, a Trevenant. Next up, Pirro may not have inherited the maiden powers, but she was plenty strong on her own with her polarity. Power over magnetism is truly frightening, and while we're at it, might as well match her big round shield by evolving it all the way up. Her electrifying next member, a Magnezone. And now to round out her team, we need something with real strength. Power on a legendary scale. It seems only fitting that one of the best fighters should have a legendary to match. I can't give her a spear, but I can give her a red weapon, edged in gold, wielded with great ferocity and skill. If Jean is their shield, it is only fitting that Pirro be their sword, once again strengthening their pairing. Pirro completes her ranks with a fearsome Zacian. And last up, we complete Team Juniper with a tranquil ninja, in the form of Lyran. First up, it's pretty simple, but it's very fitting. He is the meditating martial arts expert. It's not a deep reasoning, but the Pokédex also points out that this has the ability to see the auras of others. It's a strong star with a Metachan. Next up, another one called out in the comments. A lot of people thought it should go to RWBY, which is fair, but she has a member of her team to represent her legacy with her mother anyway. So, in light of that, I feel it's fair that we also remember that Ren has a burden to carry with him. And it's pain that really fed into his emotional development over many seasons. It's a loss that he will carry with him, just like this Cubone. It even carries what its parents left behind, just like Ren's knife. But now, onto some more aura-friendly skills for Ren. This Pokemon can sense the emotions of others, detect incoming threats, and even use its emotion-sensing powers to locate others at great distance. Unfortunately, just like Ren, seeing the emotions of others can stress it out. Just like when we were introduced to Ren, it's even learned to use aura in combat. It doesn't hurt that it's a great fighter with steel weapons in hand. Jean adds a strong member to his team with a faithful Lucario. But Ren also needs a starter. With its ability to calm others, it's the herb Pokemon that helps to revive plants. Just like Ren's knowledge of plants and natural medicines helps to revive others. Not to mention, it's wearing the closest thing you'll probably find to Ren's emblem in Pokemon, and it matches his color scheme to a T. Ren carries with him a tranquil reminder of where he came from. His protective partner, Meganium. Next, though, you might think this is also an odd pick. This Pokemon, though, looks after those in need. Just like Ren taking in Nora and helping her when she needed him at the start of their journey, this Pokemon rescues the injured. It's a very caring Pokemon, but also it relates to Nora's team, sort of. It's not a pair with any of hers, but seems like it should be, just like we all know Ren and Nora are a pair, but they need to work out their details. Ren may be cool on the outside, but we all know he truly does have a heart. That's why he adds a heart to his team too. Ren has an Alomomola. But lastly, Ren is also lacking some legendary strength. On the outside, Ren may have always appeared tranquil, but underneath he was always full of emotions. He may have been able to hide them away, but at his core they always meant the most to him. Given his power and his journey, it seems only fitting that he has the literal Pokemon said to give emotions to man. He finishes his team with the emotion Pokemon that lays dormant until it is needed. Ren completes his squad with the guardian of his team, Mesprit. And that is Team Juniper. Across the board, there's some pretty interesting teams here. What do you think? Would you have picked any of these teams differently? Who's the strongest? Who would win in a battle? What do you think about them versus Team RWBY? Lots of questions are at hand, but either way, these are their teams. I want to thank you all for joining me again for this fun little series. If you have anything to say, please let me know in the comments. There will be more to come if you want to take guesses at who's getting what. But for now, that's all. So until next time, my name is Rigger. I hope you have a wonderful day, trainers. And I hope I did alright.